All right, hopefully you guys can hear me, and hopefully we've managed to get past compiling those pesky shaders that has caused, I think, 4 crashes so far in the previous 2 streams combined. But yes, welcome everyone, and I hope we are doing okay. I hope we are ready to ready to suffer alongside myself with some more Last of Us 2. But before I get started, I think I only have really two things to say. So we are about 10 to 12 hours into the game, I think. I believe this is the start of Seattle Day 3 for Ellie. And if what I was told on the last stream is correct, then this means that I have 2, possibly 3 hours to go until we reach the end of the Ellie portion of the game, which is where I will be ending the stream. The reason for that is where the finale of Season 2 of the show leaves us on a bit of a cliffhanger. And so that's as far as I need to stream in order to get footage and to actually, you know, experience the story firsthand so that I can compare the two in my Last of Us video. I am going to finish the game on stream, but I'm not gonna cram that in before finishing the video that I'm working on. I will get that done probably in the next month or two. But I guess the good and or bad news, depending on your perspective, means that you don't have to wait like until Season 3 comes out for me to finish this game. Okay, second thing, very quickly, I am doing a Last of Us 2 video, Last of Us Season 2 video, so it's focusing on the show, but I am going to be, you know, referencing the game and comparing the two. And the script for that is essentially finished. So, unless there is anything major that I'm, like, mistaken on, like what happens if there's a big deviation that I'm about to get to, then, yeah, the script is basically good to go, and I'm going to begin recording that tomorrow. So, where we got up to last time, we had the flashback where Ellie found out that what Joel did. And then we zapped back to here, although I honestly can't remember where here is. I'm guessing this is in the theater where Jesse and Dina were. And the length of the video, I am expecting, based on the script, to probably be about 2.5 hours long.
Barrier. Hey, look, Joel. It's your favorite.
Oh yeah, that was referenced in the show. Aha. I don't even know if that's a real film, but yeah, it's referenced in the show. Okay, here we go. I need to remember all the buttons. Where am I? This isn't the... Is this the theater? Because, yeah, what happened just before the flashback?
Dina? Jesse?
Oh, this is the... Yeah, okay, right, we were backstage. Okay, cool.
Where are those two?
And, yeah, Neil, broadly speaking, I pretty much entirely agree. No, I'm not going to play the guitar. The show... The vast majority of the changes that the show makes make the game worse. The only thing... The only, like, main thing, I guess, that the show makes better is the idea that Ellie could be as traumatized as she is and learns that revenge is not a good thing. Like, that's better in the show because she doesn't kill hundreds of people. Oh, and Abby is a lot more sympathetic in the show, but I don't think that improves Season 2. I think it might improve Season 3, but we'll have to see. Okay, Dina's asleep. Did Dina get shot yet? I can't remember. Because this is... Everything I'm about to play is basically episode 7 of the season.
She had a rough night. Barely could get her to keep water down.
You should have woken me up.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
Is Jesse now going to say, I can't die? I'm guessing probably not.
I get why you came out here. But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know.
Can someone possibly just refresh my memory on this? Because I'm getting mixed up between the show and the game. By this point in the story, has Dina been injured? Is she like there feeling ill? But is that just because she's pregnant, or is it that she has been shot with an arrow or something? Because I can't remember how it goes in the game.
I can't just leave Tommy. He's out here because of me. Maybe you could take her back.
She's not gonna leave without you.
Oh, that's actually quite good. That's so much better than the show.
Do it. Let's get Tommy. This aquarium that girl told you about. Tommy hasn't found Abby yet. We'll post up there until he does.
Vicious Chicken of Bristol says that it's her pregnancy, so it's only... Okay, fair enough. So she hasn't yet been injured, if she even does get injured in the game.
Her orders.
Okay. Let's go tell her we're leaving then.
I'll just meet you up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, like already this conversation, I mean, it has problems with how it like fits into the various character arcs, but it is so much better than what they ended up doing in the show. Like this whole idea that Ellie feels like Dina should go home because she's pregnant and she shouldn't be here. But she's kind of using Tommy as a justification for being like, no, I have to stay because I have to deal with Tommy, when really what she wants to do is kill Abby. That is so much better than what they end up doing in the show.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And yeah, Jesse didn't have his little speech of, I'm going to be a dad, so now I can't die.
This way.
Yeah. How does anyone stay dry in this city?
Come on, help me out.
Zodlander member for 8 months, thank you, sir. And a super chat from Zodlander says, hi Random, I've loved your coverage of different series of movies. I mostly agree with your analyses of those movies and or series. I would like if you made an analysis of Star Wars Andor as well. Well, thank you for the super chat. I doubt that I will be doing a video on Andor. I think it is very good, but the problem that I'm going to have if I would to attempt that is that I would, I think, need to reference it and contextualize it within all of the other Star Wars content that exists.
What did you say, Dina?
That we're hoping to find Tommy at the
Because I
aquarium.
wouldn't want to be in a... I'll just pause this very briefly while I reply to the super chat. So I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I assert something about Andor, or maybe I criticize something about Andor, and then it turns out that actually, no, I'm wrong because of a fucking 2-second long line in Attack of the Clones. Like, I would have to know those movies inside and out. And technically, I would also have to include, you know, Ahsoka and the Kenobi show, like all of that shit, because it's all canonical with each other. And I haven't seen any of the other Disney Star Wars shows. So, like, the amount of work that would take, I'm probably not going to do it, but I would highly recommend Andor to anyone who hasn't seen it.
I didn't tell her you knew. That's what you're...
I wasn't. This aquarium a wolf base?
I don't think so. Nora said Abby's hiding out there.
You get her to tell you why they did it?
Yeah. Joel had falling out with some fireflies. No, former fireflies.
What kind of falling out?
He was a smuggler, and they disagreed about some goods. Fight broke out, some of them died. Guess they wanted payback.
Damn. That change anything for you?
Nope.
So this is a small difference.
When we find Tommy, you're good with going home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You'll be leaving some of those assholes alive.
Dina should be back in Jackson.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, small change is that when they head out
Shit.
here, they are not looking for
Think we
Abby.
can cut through that convention center?
They are looking for Tommy in the show. And then, like, partway through, Ellie's like, "Oh my God, it's the aquarium. That's where Abby is. We got to go get her." And Jesse's obviously like, what? Like, we have to get Tommy. He's pinned down. We got to, you know, rescue him. And then we have, honestly, just one of, like, the most infuriating monologues from Ellie in the show, where she just explains a whole bunch of bullshit and, you know, calls Jesse a hypocrite and all the rest of it. And he just, because he's a character in The Last of Us Season 2, he just responds by, you know, not responding. He says, I really hope you make it out alive, and then he leaves. Every single thing that Ellie says in that monologue is completely wrong, but Jesse doesn't notice.
I see a light through here.
Jammed?
Yeah.
So they encounter they find a Seraphite. They describe him as a kid, but like he looks like a young adult. I don't really know. And the WLF are kind of beating him and attacking him, and Ellie just wants to like rampage into 6 soldiers to rescue this guy that she doesn't know, and Jesse's obviously like, we're not going to do that because 1, we will die if we do, and 2, I'm going to be a dad now, so I have responsibilities. And Ellie then uses that as the fact that he essentially let that Seraphite die. Ellie uses that as leverage against him to be like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're not a good person. You let that guy die. It's awful.
How long has Dina been this sick?
Only a couple days. When we first got here, she fucked up a bunch of wolves. You'd have been impressed.
You don't cross that bridge.
What do I want to upgrade? What have I not upgraded? Fire rate doesn't seem that valuable on a shotgun unless I'm missing every shot. Let's go for less recoil, then I'm less likely to miss. And yeah, they, that whole, like, character's not responding. I don't know if it's like a male thing. I have no idea. I don't... Yeah. It's just a recurring pattern with Jesse, Tommy, and Joel in Season 2, where other characters will just say things to them that are completely false. And they're not allowed to respond because the writer thinks that they're true. And, like, that happens in the game a little bit as well, but it was particularly, like, distracting in the show. Right, what do we got? Do we have bullets? I need bullets. Oh yeah, I counted, because I wanted to make the point in the video. I counted how many people Ellie kills, or has killed by the time she gets to Nora, which we're pretty, a bit of a way past Nora at this point in the game, but because in the show, Ellie has killed 1 person that was not entirely, like, morally justified. Because in Season 1, she kills... there's the guy that, like, attacks Joel, and so she shoots him in the back, and then Joel finishes him off. She also kills David, which is completely justified, because he's gonna do horrible things to her. And he also kills the character that was played by Troy Baker, who, you know, same thing, he was gonna eat Ellie. So everyone that she kills... Oh, and obviously Riley, because she was gonna turn into a zombie. So, like, all of that is completely morally in the clear.
Why didn't she tell me about it? The pregnancy.
I'll continue in 1 sec, I just want to listen to this.
I'm sure she'll tell you about it when she...
Who did you hear it from?
So this is going to be the equivalent of us finding the WLF attacking the Scar. Yeah, so in Season 2, Ellie stabs a WLF soldier when she breaks into the building with all the corpses. And, like, okay, yes, he was going to kill her, but, like, she was on their turf. She was going in there intending to kill. So that one's not entirely morally justifiable. And then we go from that to her beating Nora to death. So that's a big fucking jump. And so her having the reaction that she has to that is more explicable than in the game. Because in the game, I counted, Ellie has killed, by the time she gets to Nora, 180 people. 100 of which were... no, 90 of which I think were people. She killed 10 dogs, and then she killed about 80 zombies. So even if you exclude the zombies, that's 100, people and dogs that she has killed. We're not stealthing this.
Hey, trespassers! Get them!
Help me, Jesse! Are you dead? You're dead.
She's out!
Oh, I'm out! My bullets! Mine bullets. Mine pistaroo.
Get him down! Motherfucker!
Oh, no bullets again. Shit. Okay, we need to try and stealth that. I need a bottle. I need to get back into the swing of things and using bottles. And I need to reload my guns. That would probably be a good idea, right?
Say when we ship out?
Going down today.
Whoop, no, get down, get down, get down.
Where'd you hear it from?
Top man and stuff. To make sure this area is clear, wait.
That one only has one shot. Can I craft a med pack? No, I cannot. And I don't have a bottle. Okay, we're gonna have to use our pistol. Or we could go for stealth takedowns. Let's try that. While I do this, super chat from Mr. Heem, thank you sir, says, Has Been Hotel video when? I still haven't watched Has Been Hotel, and I don't think I want to.
You still make that.
Like there's a choice, man.
But if I do, I will make sure I tell you what I think.
Go. I'll watch your back.
But yes, thank you for the super chat, sir.
Anything?
All clear.
And James Moore says, in the show, remember that literally less than 12 hours before a pregnant Dina is shot by the scars, which hasn't happened. Oh no, that's happened in the show now, yeah. Why would she try to save some random scar kid? Yeah, it's... Because you have that connection, and you also have the connection that you just don't... Ellie has no context for who the Seraphites are, who the WLF are. She knows that Abby's like a douchebag, but she doesn't know who the goodie is, if there even is one. Like, the Druckmann would say that there isn't one. Oh, shit. Fuck it. Well, we're going Hambo on this. Wow, that guy really is fucking blind. Ah, it must have been the wind.
Trespass! Wipe him out!
Oh, there goes her arm. Fuck! Okay. That was a headshot, you motherfucker. Yeah, so Ellie has absolutely no context, and she just sees, oh, well, it's one person being ganged up on by, like, 6, so therefore we have to help the one.
Cut them off!
That's fucking dumb. How do I run? Oh, is it left? Yeah, okay.
Oh shit! To our left!
Ooh! Oh dear. Where are they, Jessman?
She's out!
Is there another? I think we're okay. I'm trying to remember what all the buttons are. So left bumper is run. Y is brick. B is prone. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got another. Okay. Swap weapon. Let's use this one. That's what I was trying to do. I couldn't remember exactly how the weapon slot shit works. Help me, Jesse! Yes, good boy.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I need to find more guns. That was one thing that I was told, because I had a chat with my friend Ryan, who's played this game a bunch, after the last stream, and he was like, you really don't, like, scavenge anywhere near enough. I was like, oh, I really need to do more, because I'm running out of ammo on normal difficulty, which just shouldn't really be a thing. The game gives you plenty, apparently. So, let's see if we can find some ammo. Oh no, we want the machete, that has more durability. That is a Healy boy. Those are some... I don't know what they are. Peptides? bullets in the bullet drawer. I think we're about to go inside, so yeah. Let's stick with this. Yeah, something that I have definitely noticed and has been pointed out by other people about season 2 is the pacing is fucked. It's 7 episodes long, 1 episode is entirely flashbacks, and Ellie doesn't even arrive in Seattle until the end of episode 3. So it's 3 episodes in Jackson, 2 episodes in Seattle, 1 episode of flashbacks, and then the finale in Seattle. Random load your guns. Have I not done that? These weapons are empty. What's the button for reload? I thought it was X. Is it not loaded? I only have 1 bullet in it. How do I reload it? It's not X. The shotgun can hold more. How do I reload it? I can't remember. Oh well, I'll switch to this one until I... I'm using a controller, I'm afraid. Oh, shoot without aiming. Hopefully that works. Ah, yes! Okay, that's why I'm not... Because I'm used to games where, you know, shooting without aiming is firing from the hip, which... Yeah, okay. Yeah, James says, as well says that the pacing in the show and the game is pretty bad. I'm not yet feeling it in the game, because the game is obviously a lot longer. But I am fully expecting that once I get past the bit that I'm going to play today, and it's like, by the way, Abby, it's Abby time, let's do Abby now. I'm going to be like, I don't care about Abby. And I'm going to continue to not care about Abby for the next 10 hours of gameplay. So what I am fully expecting to happen with Season 3 is Season 3 is going to be the Abby season. It's going to be everything that happened to Abby during the time that we got to see Ellie for in Season 2. The difference between that and the game is that the audience has to wait 2 to 3 years to see that. So they're relying heavily on the audience having any investment now in the Abby character. Otherwise, who the fuck is going to go and watch, or you know, stay in and watch Season 3 of The Last of Us? Be like, oh yeah, that's that character that killed the main character from The Last of Us 3 years ago. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Like, at least when they do it in the game just continues and says, oh yeah, we're doing this now. Treeman says, are we going to see Abby take all the roids? In the show, no. In the game, I don't know. Because I don't actually really know what happens on the Abby side of things. Right, let's go up here, Jesse. And Heem says, do you think the show is going to get a Season 4 after losing 55% of the viewership? I think that... I don't know, because the viewership was down pretty significantly on Season 1, which is to be expected, but it was down, like, more than I think was expected. And then there was obviously a big drop-off, not as big as something like Rings of Power, but there was a decent drop-off between episodes 1 and 7. So it wouldn't surprise me if what they end up doing is finishing the series with 1 more season, rather than... Because Craig Mazin, I believe, has said that he wants there to be 2 more seasons, so you get the Abby bit in Season 3, and then you get the kind of epilogue bit in Season 4. And I don't know what happens in the epilogue section of the game, but as far as I'm aware, it's, what, 3, 4, 5 hours long? So unless that's heavily story-driven, you could easily sum that up in, like, maybe 1 to 2 episodes of TV. So what I'm kind of expecting that they will do, if the numbers are not adequate, is that they will do 1 more season and maybe make it 8 or 9 episodes like Season 1, so that they can just finish the whole game in one go.
I guess at some point it'll get pretty hard to hide
Ah, that would be the aquarium.
Look at this mess.
The aquarium. It's right next to that Ferris wheel.
He's hoping Tommy has the same info.
And yeah, Robert White says in a super chat, thank you. If you were in charge of The Last of Us show, God help you, would you gamble on a 4th season or try to wrap things up in season 3? I think I would do pretty much what I just said, regardless of the numbers. If, like, let's say that season 2 had done really, really, really well, and everyone was like, oh my god, I'm so invested in the character of Ellie at this point. Basically, no one is going to be invested in the character of Abby. Is that going to kill me? Oh no, we can swim, we're good. Yeah, basically no one is invested in the character of Abby because she doesn't have... There is nothing to her. There's more to her in the show than in the game, which I think is a step in the right direction, but she is barely... she barely has any presence in Season 2. Which means that when you're going into Season 3, you're already relying on the audience having investment in something that, almost by design, they're not going to have. So... the way I would personally approach Season 3, not knowing what actually happens to the story in the game, would be to try and focus Season 3 as hard as possible on Ellie, so that you build off of what people, in theory, liked about Season 2, rather than ditching Ellie and jumping to a new character for 2/3 of it, and then being like, also, Ellie's here still. Can I go down? I can, but then I can't see anything. Oh, here we go. No, this is the right way. Cool. And yeah, episode 6, which is the flashback one, has a lot of Pedro, a lot of Petty P in it.
Hey,
and
here.
he's really good in that episode. And there are things that I like in that episode. But it's the same problem as episode 3 from season 1, the Bill and Frank episode. It contains, like, the best moments of the season, but it really fucking shouldn't, because it is so separate from everything else. Like, I realized afterwards that at the beginning of episode 7, Ellie and... Can I Prince of Persia this? I don't think I can, but let's try it. No. Whoops. Oh, no! We Tomb Raided it instead. Yeah, Ellie has a conversation with Dina at the start of episode 7 and just explains everything that... like, the whole backstory of what happened. What Joel did and how she feels about it and all the rest of it. Which means you don't need to watch episode 6. It has some good scenes, but it's not needed. Which is pretty much the way that I felt about the Bill and Frank episode. Can I just jump down? Oh no, the game made that a slip and slide. Okay, fine. Oh, we gotta get out here. Okay, okay. Josh Brolin as Joel. I could see that. I mean, the perfect fan casting would have been Hugh Jackman 10 years ago, right?
Dead end.
Dead end. Okay, so that's telling me that I don't need to go that way, so where do I need to go, game? Oh, we gotta climb over. Okay.
See?
Yeah, like Joel... Pedro as Joel, I don't mind, because I think had the writing been, you know, more faithful to the game, then it could have worked a little bit better. But part of the problem is that they kind of, like, took out a lot of Joel's rough edges. They made him a much more... I don't want to use the word feminized, really, but they made him a lot more emotionally vulnerable than he was in the game.
I looked up to Joel. What happened to him was messed up.
And Pedro Pascal is also known for playing, you know, heroic characters. So, you know, nice people,
like
goodies.
him a lot, too.
Which is that's not who Joel is. So,
I had a crush on
good
him.
performance, arguably miscast.
Really?
Writing didn't take it in the direction that I wanted them to take it.
I mean, you're handsome and whatever, but I'm not into your type.
Asians?
Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
Okay. I know that was a joke, but I find it amusing, the idea that that Jesse could just be like, Ellie, are you a bigot? Because, yeah, the whole making Joel emotionally vulnerable thing, there are things you can do with that. And there are things that they did do with that I quite liked in Season 1, even though they weren't faithful to the game. The problem that I had was that they would then copy one-for-one scenes from the game. Like, for example, the torture scene in Season 1. And I'm like, well, is this the same guy? You know, it feels out of place. Even though it's faithful to the game, it doesn't feel appropriate for this new version of Joel.
This place is fucked.
Blood's still wet. Let's get back to the street.
Yeah.
Can we... No, we can't go through. I guess we go down here, yeah. Cool. Defeater Eater, yes, I have seen the finale, so I deliberately watched that before finishing the game. Or finishing this part of the game. So I know what happens in the show. I don't know exactly what's about to happen here, although there's one thing that I am expecting as a difference that I have thoughts on. It is both better and worse. But you hear Druckmann and Mazin discuss it, and they're like, oh, we've struck gold. This is such an amazing idea. And it's like, no, you did it the way you did it in the game for a reason, and it didn't entirely work then, but fine, it had a point. And then in the show, they're like, we gotta reinvent the wheel. We gotta change everything. And if they'd changed everything and made it better, then I'd be like, yeah, good, great job. You took something that wasn't great and you made it okay. But they didn't do that. Ah, a doggo. Oh, that's the Seraphite. Okay, so this is our equivalent scene.
Sweep the area for survivors.
Okay, we need to be stealthizing this.
Good job, boy.
So we got a doggo and we got at least 3 people.
Sounds pretty bad. I'm sure it ain't easy driving the boat back here.
Where's Dina Vision? Or Gollum Vision? What button is... Oh, it's right bumper. Okay, so we got a doggo and a person. And then there's a bunch of people over there. So, fucking hell, I'm not going to be able to take out the doggo stealthy. I think I need to avoid the dog. Oh, fuck off, there's another one. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. I need bricks. Because for some reason, I don't know why it works like this, but if I take out my bow and I just nuke that guy that's up there on the right, everyone else will know where I am. The dogs will see me, even though they didn't see me. You, I want to kill. You're going that way, though. I might not actually have to.
After all that.
My guy promised to teach me salsa dance.
Okay, we're switching to the shotgun because we are inside and we might not be going stealthy. Oh, there's a dude there. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. So they... Oh, fuck off, dog. Yeah, they change what they do with the horse in the show. So in the game, the horse runs over a landmine and gets executed, and Ellie's like, no, my horse.
What you smell, boy?
Fuck, we're going loud.
Pressers! Take them out!
Sorry, dog.
Behind you!
Ooh! Oh, it's a man! It's a bad man! Yeah, and in the show, what they do with the horse is they have, like, you know, they put effort into actually being like, yeah, Ellie really likes this horse. It's her favorite horse, and they're friends, and all the rest of it. But then she just leaves it at the music shop, and it's just there the whole time. And they almost draw attention to it. Because, in episode 7, there's a couple of lines where Jesse mentions the horse. And, like, why would you bring that up if you didn't want me to be like, wait, where is the fucking horse? And then you go back and check, and oh, I guess Ellie just kind of left the horse. Right, Bo. Where are the pipples? That actually went surprisingly well. Oh, I can craft 2. Yeah, why not? Why not? And while I'm healing, super chat from James Moore says, Craig Mazin is just as responsible for how terrible the show is as Druckmann. From listening to 7 hours of them speaking to each other, I think I agree, yes. Their voices are... Because I'm not familiar with really either of them outside of... You know, I've seen, like, Chernobyl and I've played The Last of Us 1, but I've never listened to them speak in interviews. So, oftentimes I was like, wait, which of them is speaking right now? Because they just... They talk about the same stuff in the same way. It's almost like they're the same person.
I think that was the last one.
And James continues, from the extra material I've seen, Craig has a limited understanding of the characters that actively hampers the writing.
Me too.
I may well have a couple of examples of that in the script, but I would need to double check. Because the thing is, it's difficult to say whether it's a misunderstanding and whether it's that he has decided that his version is better and then Druckmann agrees. I need bullets. I need my bullets. There's a gun right there. Why can't I milk it for bullets? Well, fuck it. Let's explore and see if we can find some bullets that I can use. And yeah, Chernobyl is fantastic. I have only seen it once, but it is a very, very good show. And it is one of those cases of, how did the people who made that make this? I believe Craig Mazin is the only person involved in both, but like he is majorly involved in both. He's not just some guy. Because, you know, you hear that they're doing a Last of Us TV show. Okay, fine. Well, who's involved? The guy that made Chernobyl. And then you're like, okay, right, I see. This could potentially be quite good. Because, you know, tonally, the setting, there are similarities. And, again, Chernobyl was really, really, really good. But then you have the inevitable problem of, okay, fine, but how does someone... Let's just say that Craig Mazin is really good at doing what he does. How does someone like that adapt The Last of Us Last of Us 2 into a season of TV? I don't fucking know. I don't even know if it's possible. And, like, depending on how much narrative content we end up getting for Abby, I will just be wondering, well, why didn't we cut the flashback episode, get Ellie to Seattle a little bit quicker than 3 episodes, and then do Abby in, like, the final 3 episodes of the season and make it, like, a 9 or 10 episode season, which, you know, season 1 was 9 episodes. Like, you could easily have done that, but... I guess they decided from the start that they wanted it to be 2 seasons. I think if they make it 3, that's just too much. But again, I could be wrong. It depends on how much there is to the Abby side of the game, because I have no idea what the Abby side of the game is. I guess I have a pretty good idea of who is and isn't going to die, because characters that are alive, you know, now are obviously going to survive. Can I climb higher? I can.
I think Abby picked the aquarium on purpose. It's so damn hard to get to.
Maybe.
So are we gonna find Tommy? Because kind of the big question, like the main event of episode 7, is that they're looking for Tommy, and oh no, we hear gunshots, and then there's radio panic, and it's like, oh, we got him pinned down, it's a sniper, so it's not a Scar, so it's probably Tommy. And Jesse's like, well, okay, there we go, we got to go rescue Tommy, and then he's like, yeah, fine, I hear you, but at the same time, Aquarium, Abby, let's go that way instead. That can't happen in the game now, because they're not looking for Tommy. So I'm wondering what they're about to do here.
How the hell are we crossing this?
We could use that road. It's pretty fucking far.
Or we use that.
Yeah,
Oh, a boat.
that's better.
That's a good idea. So tell me, anyone who knows the game, does Ellie go on a random pointless side quest for 5 minutes, get shipwrecked on like a desert island and abducted by Seraphites, nearly killed, and then escapes for no reason because she luckily, everything was lucky and unlucky so as to fill 5 minutes of TV? Is that something that happens in the game?
So what's the plan?
She does not, thank God. That was so fucking weird, that scene.
Definitely taking their boat.
And I thought, when I was listening to the HBO podcast, I was thinking, there's got to be something I'm missing here, because, like, they don't tend to put scenes in for no reason. That's not something that you do. But neither of them really justified it or explained it or gave any kind of insight at all.
It's up to them if they want to get in our way.
Hopefully it's a small crew.
Super chat from Vicious Chicken of Bristol, thank you, sir, says, the dialogue in Chernobyl is fantastic. I refuse to believe Craig wrote a lot of those lines for Last of Us Season 2. I really, honestly, from watching Season 2, I really need to rewatch Chernobyl. Because it's so good. Like, it's one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. And from memory, I believe it was Craig Mazin was not the only credited writer, was he? He co-wrote it with someone else, I think. So maybe that's where the magic happened. But yeah, honestly, I can't remember. It's a really good show, though. Anyone who hasn't seen Chernobyl should watch it. Yeah, thank you for the super chat again. And James, super chat again, thank you, sir, says, there's plenty of evidence that Ellie is still treated as and acts like a kid in the show, absolutely, compared to the game. It's very annoying. Craig Mazin even describes Dina and Ellie's dynamic as parent and child. I'm sorry, what?
Got it. Come on.
I mean, that's partly... I don't like what they've done with their relationship in the show, because they've basically turned Ellie into an idiot so that Dina can be really smart all the time. So, you know, they've taken, in some cases, instances of Ellie being smart in the game and given them to Dina because Dina is the smart one. And, like, Ellie is almost, you know, non-functional without Dina. Which, I guess, builds into the whole, oh, we're destined to be together, you're my soulmate idea, even though, what, are they the only... They're 2 of 3 homosexuals in Jackson, so I think the odds of them being soulmates is pretty low. James, no, I don't know about that. If that's a quote from somewhere else, just let me know, and because that might be something funny that I need to include in the video.
The rest of you, hold here and wait for orders.
What the fuck? We're supposed to wait here while our guys are being sniped?
We have our orders. More than enough people to take care
Guys being sniped, so that's going to be Tommy. Come on, Rope. That would be really hard to do. Come on, Rope, let's go. Yeah, because the Dina-Ellie relationship, I never got the vibe that it was like parent and child. Even if you accept like the disparity in the levels of intelligence and competence, that's still not the dynamic that comes across in the show at all. The dynamic that comes across in the show is that they are giddy teenagers who are head over heels for each other.
Ellie. We can get to the marina through here.
No, we're taking a boat.
You heard them, right? They're talking about Tommy.
We don't know that.
Who else is it gonna be?
If it is him, he'll be gone by the time we get there.
So will Abby.
Abby is where he'll be headed, so if we just
What if
follow,
he's in trouble?
he can take care of himself.
Jesus Christ.
The best way to help Tommy is to go after Abby.
No, that's not.
You do this, I'm not saving your ass again.
Wait, didn't he save your ass?
I really hope you make it.
All right, okay. So that is fucking dumb, but it's very, very brief. We don't get a fucking diatribe from Ellie about how Jessie is an idiot hypocrite and how she's always right about everything. Like, that was just a very quick disagreement because Ellie is like, yeah, fuck Tommy, let's go get revenge. Like, whether it's acceptable for her to think that is a different question, but that's what happened, and Jesse's like, no, and then he leaves. So that is better in the game than in the show, but it's not good in either.
We'll pass the info to command. Stand by for further instructions. Over.
Copy, base.
Stabby, stabby.
Think this affects the raid tonight?
I don't know.
Woo! Woo! Oh, fuck off, did you see me? Oh shit, I have a breath meter. Up! Up, you fuck! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's bad! It's bad!
Push forward!
Pop! There's the weasel! Oh wait, there's another one. But wait, there's more. Okay, cool. Right, we got guns, we got bullets, we got knives, we got sharp sticks, we got nukes. Oh, that's not good. Down! Down? Can we heal while underwater? Probably not. I think we're fucked. I think we're gonna have to play this bit again. Sneaky, sneaky. We can heal here. I'm guessing that the enemies can't swim, right?
Shit.
They can't swim. All right. Also, hello, Kai. Hope you are doing well. We haven't been suffering for too long. We've been, yeah, nearly an hour today. Whoop. Ah, that didn't work. Too much bullet drop. It's gonna have to be the pistol, isn't it? It's annoying. James Moore Super Chat, thank you, says... So apparently the Ellie Dina parent and child thing is from the 5th episode of the podcast with the warehouse stalkers, that's how he describes it. Okay, because I did listen to that, I don't recall the quote, but maybe I was distracted or bored by their... Oh, hello! Their tendency to not say anything particularly interesting. Right, well, we made it. Oh, how? Wait, you're still alive? Oh shit, there's many. Okay, we may well have to redo this then, because I'm in danger. Whoop. Bang! I'm fucking bulletproof. Let's try that again. Is he bled out? No, he's still alive. Woo! Oh, hello. I'm also bulletproof. The shotgun's not gonna work. Well, now I just have no bullets. Okay. We need to run away and find some. Come on, where's your bullet shop? This is America, there's always a bullet shop.
Okay, okay.
Oh, here we go. Protein bars, we're good. One of these days, we'll have guns like Abby.
around here.
Whoop.
Was that her? I'll go check it out.
Sneaky, sneaky. Woo. Gotcha, bitch.
She took Kathy out!
Oh no, not Kathy!
Gone far.
Whatever will Kathy's husband say?
Right in there!
Ah! I know this is largely a me problem, but the scarcity of bullets combined with the lack of accuracy with the aiming. Oh, hello.
All right.
I got her!
Woo!
Oh, fuck!
Why, Black Dynamite? Why? Come on, come a little closer with your ranged weapon. Oh shit, you're gonna... Oh fucking hell, there's loads of them. Jesus Christ. Okay, this... I should have thought about this a lot more before going loud. Okay. Trap mine could actually help me here, so I'm gonna craft one of those. I really need to find more bullets. I only have 2.
I saw her go that way.
No, you didn't.
The hell did she go?
Right. Let's try...
Keep looking, fuckers.
We're gonna go over there. Beatrice and Grace. That sounds like a bullet shop. Let's go over there. Enemies drop ammo. Well, some of them seem to, most of them don't. Like, I think I'm finding more bullets just in a random cupboard than on enemies, but... Ah, yes. Bullets and protein. We're good. I knew they'd have some. Is there a I can swim out. I don't really want to, though. Okay, there, by my count, there were at least, I think, 4 people alive. So let's use that now. Six bullets. Yeah, that's probably enough. It just means I have to not miss. Have you upgraded with the pills at all? I have, but thank you for reminding me because I unlocked something earlier. Otherwise lethal damage will instead leave you at low health, giving you... Yeah, that's the one that I wanted. Thank you for reminding me. So now I've got that. Ooh. An achievement. Learn all player upgrades in one... Oh, it's a... Okay, here we go. Let me help you. Come over here, motherfucker.
What if they're splitting us up?
Oh, there's 2. Right, well, how about this?
Like the school and the hospital?
Fuck up and find her.
Whoop. Oh, no. Okay, they didn't... There's a guy down there. Okay. I want to be using my trip mine here.
This spot's clear.
No luck here. Huh? Listen, that her? I'll see what's up.
Maybe. Maybe. Ooh!
There's
No. You got macheted. Like in that movie. And in that movie, not only does Machete kill, but he kills again. Ooh! Die, motherfucker! Right, we're okay. Yep, come closer. Come closer. Rid of more. Rid of more. Wait, that was her name God? Have we just killed God? I hope not.
Think she went that way.
There might be adverse consequences. Maybe Ellie will learn that revenge is bad if she did kill God. Are there more? I think we just got everyone. That was like 4 or 5 people. Just in case, let us heal. Now, the spooky music is telling me that there's at least one guy left. No, I didn't go that way. Hello. Nice to meet you. Alright, duct tape, first aid kit, bullets.
Right. Boat.
Oh, a hammer! A hammer. Hammer, that's what we need. Okay. So, in the last 5 minutes in the game, Ellie has killed more people than she kills in the entirety of the Last of Us TV show. Always good. This encounter is really funny because you can just throw a bottle, go to the boat, and leave. Okay. Yeah, that would have been funny.
Please.
Oh, whoops. Come on, boat. So if we don't have the whole side mission with the... going to the, like, island with the Seraphites, then... Are we just gonna go straight to the aquarium and confront... Well, it's not Abby, is it? It's Mel and Owen.
Okay. No one's following. Right. Where's the Ferris wheel?
Oh, it's not there. You fight a big zombie. Alright, cool. Oh, a bloater, because I think we've only fought one bloater so far, and that was during the flashback. Unless it's not a bloater. Wait, is that all I needed the boat for? What do you mean, use listen mode to locate? Is the boat making noise? Okay, apparently that's a thing that... that's how that works. Ellie has a boat detector now. What is the point of this? There's nothing here. Okay. Right, let's get back in the boat then. Yeah, I've got to be missing something. There's got to be more to the boat. Oh, through there. Right. Got it. James Moore Super Chat, thank you, sir, says...
Please go through.
I really hate the permanent aim sway and the mandatory dodging during melee in the game. It's very annoyingly tedious. I'm glad they cancelled the MP. I don't know what the MP is. But, yeah, the weapon... it's something that I both like and I don't like, which also applies to the first game, is it makes it feel more grounded and realistic because Ellie and Joel are not soldiers. But at the same time, when you're playing it, it can be very frustrating because if you're panicking and there's someone chasing you and it's and then you just miss because of weapon sway, like, yeah, okay, that might be more realistic, but at the same time, fuck that. Oh, MP as in multiplayer. Okay, no, I didn't. Honestly, I think you mentioned last time that there was a multiplayer for part 1, but how does that even work? Is it someone plays as zombies and someone plays as people? Oh, fuck you, boat.
Kidding me?
Come on, boat. You got this, boat.
Got it.
Humans versus humans. Okay, I mean, yeah, that just sounds like an exercise in frustration. Because you're playing... The shooting mechanics and everything else in this game is not good, but that's like part of the point. You know, when you're playing like a PvP shooter, what you want is, you know, something with tight mechanics like, for example, Halo or Call of Duty, where it's justified because of, you know, who you are and what you're doing. It was actually pretty fun. So how focused on shooting was it? Because I could see if it had, you know, sneaking around and like stealthing past people and, you know, trying to do that, then almost like a survival mode, then I could see that potentially being quite good. But if it's literally like an arena where you kill people, then I think that would just be shit. Oh no, they've seen me. Right, run away. Wait, the Seraphites are... Oh, that's the Seraphites, okay. Oh no, they just... ruffle-mouthed them. Okay, well, we don't want to go near that.
You're dead!
No, I'm not. I'm one of you. You had limited supplies, weapons, and ammo. A lot of the game modes were based around grabbing supplies before the others. Okay, that actually sounds quite fun. But from memory, you said that the multiplayer was not in the PC version. But yeah, no, that does actually sound quite fun. Especially, maybe this was a thing, especially if you had like neutral zombies, where like if you're trying to, you go into a building and oh shit, there's a bloater, and then you have to deal with it, and then the other players could like come in and kill you while you're dealing with the bloater, that kind of thing.
Would've been too easy.
So why did they cancel the multiplayer for The Last of Us Part 2? Was it just because it wasn't very popular in Part 1, or was it that the single player took more resources than they had planned? People wanted it really bad, they just took forever making it and eventually canned it. Right, okay, so they would have if they had the resources to do it. Okay. I mean, that's the kind of thing that they could have added in as like a DLC or something, I guess. But an entirely new game mode, I guess, would have taken a lot of resources to do, and I guess it would make sense for them to dedicate those resources elsewhere. Right, now there was someone with a gun up here. I think. Oh no! Loud noises? Oh! Hello. Right, how the fuck do you deal with a bloater when you only have not bullets?
Goddamn bloaters!
Can they see?
Whether you fucks were in Seattle.
Oh, fucking hell, how do you beat them? How do you beat these fuckers? I can't remember. Blowing up his feet sounds like a good idea. Don't blow up on me. Swear to fucking God. Oh, it's bad. Can I kill them with bullets? Fire, fire. Bang, bang. Oh. Bloaty boy, keep going. No, leave me alone! Ah, bullets! There's gotta be a way out, there's gotta be a way out, there's gotta be a way out. Fuck off! Don't get me stuck in the kill animation. There is a bloatman right there. Need another Molotov. Can't make a Molotov. Ooh, ooh. Could someone tell me, do bullets do anything against bloaters, or am I just wasting my time? Oh, got him, right. Fucking got him. Okay, good. So bullets do work, it's just that you need, ideally, fire to kill him. Alright. Super chat from Neil says, so the multiplayer for The Last of Us 2 took so long that they were going to make it into a standalone live service multiplayer. Interesting. But when they showed it to Bungie, Bungie said that it wasn't good. Okay. Did Bungie buy... I mean, it's not Sony, is it? It's Naughty Dog, right? Is this character as smart as Dr. Ocula? Oh my god, he is! Neil, what are you doing? You can't allow this type of insubordination. And James continues, it's believed that they scrapped multiplayer and used it to make the roguelike PvE no-return game mode for The Last of Us 2. Yes, okay, so I saw that because I have that on this version of the game as well. I haven't played it because it said to do that after the main story. And then they moved resources to the Interstellar game. Okay, so I guess some of the development that they had done went into the roguelike no-return thing. Whether that's any good, though, who knows. I might play it after I finish this game. I will, yeah, decide. Sony owns Naughty Dog and worked with Bungie. Okay, cool. Right, well, there was someone up here. I'm guessing they've since been shot.
Finally. There.
Is that going to kill me if I land on the boat? Oh, no, it's going to force me to land on the boat. Right, okay. No, get out of the boat. There we go.
Okay.
Defeater Eater says one of the final unlockable characters in the no return mode is Mel, the pregnant woman. Oh, I have thoughts on Mel. But I want to wait until I see what they... how they kind of run this in the game before I say anything. Alright, we made it. Onward to the wheel. So is there just... I don't know why it took me so long to realize this, because it's just video game shit. So in the show, there's a bit... I mean, I don't know my US geography that well, particularly this part of the United States, but Seattle is a coastal city, and so obviously it connects to the sea. So they're in episode 7, when they get in boats and go and do stuff, like, it makes sense because they have to go out into the sea to access different parts of the city. Here it just seems like this is the day after tomorrow. It's like some disaster movie where suddenly the whole city is flooded, but then part of it isn't. Like, how is this just the flooded bit and everything else is on higher ground? Maybe? No, come... Oh no, engine, you're not gonna work. Oh no! Oh fuck, okay, so that does happen in the show, in the game as well. How does she survive?
Fuck it. I can make it.
I mean... I mean, that's definitely not a sure thing, depending on the current, but okay. Okay, yeah, it looks like, from what you guys in chat are saying, that Seattle is largely built on higher ground and you can use ferries to get around it. Fair enough. I have never been there.
Let's do this.
Right, swig a drink quickly. Spoilers. Ellie fights Aquaman. I am going to doubt. I'm going to press F to doubt on that. Much as I would like it. Although, yeah, I mean, Ellie would just beat the shit out of Aquaman. The only reason why that might not happen is the weapon swing. Oh wait, what was that? That was stuff. I need stuff. May as well heal. Don't have any bullets for my main guns. Okay, well, we'll see if I need them.
Okay. Abby, where are you?
Now, is it worth me telling those of you in chat how this happens in the show before we see it happen in the game? Like, how close are we to it? Wait until after. Okay. I trust you. Yeah, it's kind of... I don't know what would be funnier for context, seeing which one first. Okay. What I am going to ask though is, should I like pause if something happens and kind of say what I think about that based on how it's different to the show and which one's better or worse, or should I just let the whole thing play out and then see if I can catch everything when I'm done? Because I don't know how long it is, and I don't know how many differences there are going to be. Let it play out seems to be the... Oh, some of you guys are saying pause. Okay, I will let it play as much as I can, but if I'm just like, no, I need a minute because what the fuck, then I'll pause it. That's the entrance. We're not going that way. Not that real subtle. Can I say hello to the fish? No. That's a door that I can't open. Wait, is the aquarium open? Maybe. I don't know what time it is. It's not that way. It's not that way. Where am I supposed to go? Up? Can I go up? No, I came from up. Up is not where I want to go. I mean, this feels like where I'm supposed to go, but what? Oh, here we go, right. Cleaning schedule. Shrimp, herring, clams, plankton. Caffeine? I can't tell what that says. Poo? No, 100. Oh, okay, they're numbers, right, okay. So that'll be when they clean them. Okay. Cam, Dave, Bruce, Kim. Huh. Well, I wonder how they're doing. I wonder, I guess something must have happened to them, because the aquarium is not in a good way.
What is all this stuff?
It's aquarium stuff, Ellie. You wouldn't know. Hold on, let me bring this up. Window. Report problem. There we go, we're back. Okay. So I couldn't tell you what happened there. I walked around a corner and I got stuck in I got stuck in like purgatory where everything froze. So what are we going to say about the error report this time? I am going to have to compile shaders again. You fuck. Curse ye, Dracula. I want to kill Pregnor. That'll work. Yeah, I'm not gonna turn the stream back on yet. Because if I do, and it may crash when I'm compiling shaders again. So, you're gonna have to look at a blank screen for a minute. Because, I think this is the 5th or 6th time this has happened. Jesus. So let me turn off game capture on OBS. You should still be able to hear me, and you're just going to have to look at a blank screen for a couple of minutes. I don't know if you... Yeah, I think you have sound. Okay. Right, story, continue. Infiltration. Okay, when it starts compiling shaders, which is probably going to happen, just tell me if my voice cuts out. Hopefully it won't. Put up a pic of Sydney Sweeney. I would do something like that, but I'll have to minimize the game to do that, and I don't want to freak my computer out more than it already is being. James says this definitely can't be the team that ported the God of War games to PC. I don't know. I would be amazed if this game is so much more like technically... Because they both look really good. Both games look and play generally really well. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Hold on, are we back? Are we back? Okay, I'm gonna stay put. And we should have... Ellie should appear on the screen in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're back. Just to confirm... Are we back? I don't think the stream has cut out. Although now my, OBS... So OBS will tell you that, you know, how many dropped frames you've got, and since everything crashed, I've had 21% dropped frames. Because of the rendering lag from the compiling shaders. I don't know why it has to do that every fucking time, either. But yeah, part of this... I don't know how much of this is as a result of The Last of Us 2. I think part of it is that the port is not particularly stable. I think part of it is that my computer is having to work unnecessarily hard to do this. Because I'm not running this game in a normal way. I am having to run OBS at the same time, which does put strain on the computer. Okay. You can't get away from me, Mel and Abby, and Owen as well. Ellie is coming. Emil as well, I just saw your message. So, this is the third Last of Us stream that I have done. The first two are on the second channel. There should be a link in the description. Right. Where are they?
Where the fuck are you? Shit.
Oh, that's special glass. Okay, Call Metal for IT support. Yeah, when Metal... Because Metal streamed this very recently. Did he do this through his... I assume that he has a PlayStation, I don't actually know. Or did he pick up the PC version? And yeah, if Metal did play the PC version, did he have the same problems that I'm having? Because, like, basically what happened, both times when it's essentially the computer has... I mean, it wasn't a blue screen, it was a white screen, but my graphics card was unable to do what the game wanted it to do, which caused both the game and OBS to crash. That's essentially what happened, but why, I don't know. Metal played the PC version, okay. He didn't have crashes this often. Well then, I'm gonna have to check what kind of computer he's got, because either there's something wrong with... Maybe it could potentially be like an incompatibility with my particular graphics card. That's always possible. Uh-oh. Have we just landed in a room with them? Oh, a doggo! What the... I was pressing X? Did I need to hold X? Or is that the canonical ending? Okay. Let's try holding X. No, I think I have to hammer it. I've got to hammer it, right? I mean, as funny as this is, let's try hammering it from the start and see what happens. Fuck you, dog. Bad dog. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Sorry, dog.
Shit. Stupid dog.
I really don't like them using this kind of shit to just make you feel uncomfortable. Because, like, in the right movie, like, a good example of this would be The Hunt, the Mads Mikkelsen film. You know, violence against, in particular, dogs, it can almost be used as, like, a fast track to be, like, feel sorry for this now. Like, they did that in, Rings of Power episode 7 of season 2, the big battle episode. There was like, oh no, there's people running around, also there's a dog here, feel sad now. You know, it's shorthand for you need to feel sad now. And that's what this feels like. Because this is gonna... That was given, like, special focus. So I am fully expecting that this dog belonged to Owen, Mel, or Abby. That is what I am expecting. Are we gonna get bloody footprints? We're not. Details. It's just details. It's just video game things. How much RAM do you have, and do you know what speed it's running at? 32 gig, I think? I can't remember. I think I have 32. I don't think I have 64. So if that is... Yeah, so if that dog did belong to Abby, then them removing it from the show is also quite funny, because Ellie's attitude by this point in the show is very different to where we're at in the game. And Ellie's basically ready to turn around and go home in the show. And I mean, I guess you could say that they accomplish a similar thing in the show without requiring that Ellie kill a dog in that way, but... Right, crab door. Right, let's do it.
People don't come back from that island.
How much does Abby risk her life for you?
She chose this. I'm not fucking going there.
Then don't!
Is that...
Go back.
Fuck you, Owen. Hands up.
Where's Abby?
You're that girl from Jackson.
Tell me where she went.
How do we know you won't kill us?
Give her what she wants and we're dead.
You guys can survive this. I just need her.
Bullshit.
Point at the map, you both show me, and if it's wrong, I'll kill you.
You. Come here.
Fucking get over here!
Point to where she is on this map. And then you... It better fucking match up.
Okay, good.
What are you doing?
She's probably dead anyway.
It is not worth it.
Stop!
We can talk
Back
about
the
it.
fuck up!
He's standing very close to you, Ellie.
Point to where she is.
Fucking point!
There we go. Rip. Sorry, Mel. But you must suffer. Okay.
Tell me where Abby is. Where the fuck is she?
Okay. How could you do this, Ellie? I wonder if any of the other, like, what, 150 people she's killed by this point were pregnant? This is Tommy?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey.
Oh, this is very different. Okay.
It's all right. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Oh no, pregnant blood. The worst kind. Pregnant blood and dog blood. Okay. Right, I'm gonna pause once we get... Yeah, there we go. Alright. So... I gotta try and get my head around this now. So, just taking that scene in the game as it is, and ignoring my knowledge of what happens in the show, in order for that to play out and for the writers to make the point that they want to make, that revenge is indeed bad, Mel has to not be obviously pregnant. She can't be too far along, and she has to be wearing wearing baggy clothing to conceal the fact that she's pregnant. Because if Ellie knows that going into the room, given her reaction, then that whole scene plays out very differently. She could still threaten to kill Mel, but potentially, like, Owen realizes that Ellie is not actually going to shoot someone who's pregnant, and then he twists things around and gets the upper hand on her, that kind of thing. So, yeah, very, very handy choice of clothing there from Mel. Ellie allowing Owen to get anywhere near that close to her, and Ellie holding the map and being like, Mel, come here, walk towards me while I'm holding a gun. That is done better in the show, because in the show, they have a map, and Ellie from a distance says, okay, you two point at the map that's over there on the table, and it better match up, otherwise I will shoot you. So they're not an immediate threat to Ellie. And then what happens instead is that Owen grabs a gun from under the table, and he gets shot as a result of that. So that makes a little bit more sense in the show, I think. The problem, the main difference there, though, is that in the show, Ellie is intending to kill Owen when she shoots him. She is not intending to kill Mel. The bullet goes through Owen and hits Mel in the neck, and then she reveals that she's pregnant kind of as she dies, and Ellie is like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that, whoops. So the impact of that scene doesn't hit anywhere near as hard in the show. Not that it hit hard just now, but if you accept that as a cinematic, this works in the game, then and you kind of ignore the fact that Ellie has killed hundreds of people to get here, then the game version is so much better at making the point that it wants to make. Because yeah, in the show, having her be like, oh, I accidentally fired a gun and you got in the way of the bullet, Ellie did not consciously choose to kill someone who was pregnant. Whereas in the game, Ellie's actions in a much more direct manner led to the death of someone who is pregnant. So it informs her reaction, her traumatized reaction to it is informed a lot more in the game than in the show. But in both cases, Ellie didn't know that Mel was pregnant, and that it makes me wonder, why was a pregnant person ever involved in any of this? Why did a pregnant person travel across the country to get revenge on Joel? Because the show makes it very clear in at least 2 separate scenes, possibly 3, that Mel doesn't want to be there. Mel is not on board with what Abby is doing. So why in the fuck is she there? The game doesn't really give us that impression quite as clearly, so I guess she was just secretly pregnant. But yeah, I don't know. Also, yeah, super chat from James Moore says, man, don't you love the running pattern of character off-screen? They do nothing, even if off-screen for a minute. 10 out of 10, man. Are you referring to Jesse going to get Tommy, or are you referring to, was Owen ever off-screen during that scene? Oh no, hold on. No, I know what you're talking about. It's when Ellie is fighting with Owen and Mel is just on pause the whole time. That'll be what you're referring to, right? But yes, thank you for the super chat. Or unless you're referring to something that's about to happen, but we will see. And yes, Denny, what I just said is true in the show. Ellie gets 3 kills with 1 bullet. Okay. So in isolation, I think the game version is better than the show. I feel like them changing Mel's death to be entirely accidental. Oh, fuck, yeah, I just forgot. This is the problem with letting the whole scene play, is that the problems just build up and up. So in the game, Ellie does what she does, and she fires a bullet into Owen, which then means that Jesse and Tommy hear it, and then they close in and they find her. And that happens pretty much immediately. Jesse and Tommy arrive basically right after Ellie has killed Mel. In the show, that is not the case. She is there for an unspecified period of time. I don't know if we get a fade to black. I can't remember, but the way that it's shot, I swear there's like a slow zoom out on Ellie crying over Mel's corpse, and then we change camera angles, and it's suggested that she has been there for a period of time, because from memory, she's no longer crying when Owen and Jesse arrive, which means it's lucky as fuck that Abby wasn't, in the other room and came in before Jesse and Owen arrived. But then the other problem is that, as we're about to see, Abby must have been very close by in order to follow them. So it's a case of, in the show, very, very lucky timing. In the game, it's slightly less lucky because everything happens very, very quickly. So presumably Abby shows up off screen after Tommy and Jesse, realizes what's happened, and then follows them. So she was also, drawn to this by the gunshot. But yeah, the show does not give that impression at all. Okay. Not Owen, Tommy. Yeah, if I got the names mixed up just now, I assume you guys know who I was talking about. But this right here, I'm guessing, is going to be the final little bit, which is probably all a cinematic, but let's let it play. So we're back at the theater, and we've got back to Dina, who is still pregnant. James, I'll read your super chat after this. Oh, okay. I thought we were just getting a full-on cinematic. In that case, I'll read your super chat now. Personal fix for the game version: have Mel obviously pregnant. I think that, yeah, that's a better idea, I think, because then it means that Ellie has to make a difficult decision. Owen struggles with Ellie over the gun, and have Mel immediately jump in, and Ellie accidentally shoots Mel. Owen notices, but Ellie doesn't, and then she shoots Owen. That would essentially allow us to get the same payoff that we get in the show, but without having the incredibly good or bad luck that Ellie shoots them both with the same bullet. In such a way that it guarantees that Mel is going to die. Because the bullet, skims past her neck, and it presumably slices her jugular. So Mel is guaranteed to die there. And but she also has to be able to communicate with Ellie to be like, I'm pregnant, you need to cut the baby out. Which Druckmann and Mazin thought was a fantastic idea. Like, no, we have to be like, Ellie has to be like, oh no, you're pregnant, and I've got to cut the baby out, but I don't know what I'm doing. And as Mel is kind of is dying, she's becoming delirious and isn't able to instruct Ellie on what to do. So then Ellie basically realizes, I can't do this, and she doesn't even try, which is, I think, fair, because if you start just cutting into someone's belly to try and save a baby, you are, if you don't know what you're doing, you are just as likely to kill the baby. Also, for the baby to even be able to survive out of there, Mel would have to be, what, 9 months pregnant, right? You can't be removing a baby when it's months until the due date and expect it to just survive, right? I don't know what the earliest that you could do, because the thing is, in like real life, you have technology to have like if you have a premature birth to keep the baby alive, but even then, that's not guaranteed if it's prior to a certain time, like period of time in like the gestation. I just don't know what that is. The way it goes in the show is that she's like, Ellie, you have to remove the baby and then presumably take it home and raise it. Like the baby is going to be a functional baby if you manage to get it out. Yeah, I don't know. They managed to conceal a 9-month pregnancy, I guess. Mel really likes baggy clothing. Ah, there we go. So is Tommy going to know that... Will Jesse have told Tommy that Ellie ran off in the other direction? And yeah, before we let this play, James continues in another super chat, thank you. It allows the possibility that Ellie doesn't want to kill Mel and Owen, but Mel dies from her own actions as a result of Owen being desperate first. Yeah, like you say, that would absolutely be an improvement. The thing is, with a scene like that, there's the writers have a very clear point that they want to make, and what you don't want is essentially what just happened, or the way that it goes in the show, where you watch the scene and everything just happened to go in exactly the right way so that the writers could make, because then you're not going to believe what you're seeing, because there's just too many like, oh, well, that was lucky, that was unlucky, that was lucky. You're not going to believe the events that you're seeing, which means that instead of subconsciously accepting the point that is being made by the writers, you are instead watching a stage show play out where you can see everyone being told to move around, and you don't believe that this is something that actually happened. You can see that the writers are trying to make you think something. It's kind of like what they say in Inception, like, don't think about elephants. You know, once you know that you're being told not to think about elephants, you're going to immediately think about elephants, and you know that you're being fucked with.
Nah, by the time we get there, this whole area will be thawed. Where are you going?
Needed some air. What are you guys doing up?
Couldn't sleep.
Come take a look at this. Thought is to head home via Ellensburg.
If we're in Falls City by tomorrow, we're doing good.
Yep, so they're planning to go home, and Ellie has to deal with the fact that Abby is alive.
They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Okay, I'm not going to let this play out all the way because I do have questions and this does matter. In the game, Tommy leaves on his revenge mission, and Ellie is sent out after the fact, ostensibly to rescue Tommy, but obviously she also wants revenge. They are now, Tommy has now decided that we're done, we're going home, before getting revenge on Abby. We haven't yet been given any kind of reason as to why they need to leave. Conversely, in the show, the idea that Tommy is immediately like, yeah, we gotta go, that makes a lot more sense in the show, I think, because Ellie goes out on her own. Tommy then follows Ellie to rescue her, thinking that she's gonna fucking die, and they manage to rescue her. So they're obviously like, right, we're not here on a revenge mission, so it doesn't really matter that Abby isn't dead. Let's go home. Unless I'm missing something from the game that either I've forgotten or has yet to be revealed. Does that make sense? That Tommy doesn't really have a reason to turn away on his mission now, right? Prescott says maybe because the others went after him, so now he is putting them in danger. Yeah, that's true. That does make sense as a justification. It could be that maybe Tommy has kind of been brought to his senses now by the fact that everyone else is here. He's no longer allowed to just be this revenge monkey that is going to go off and do his own thing at any cost. So he's kind of been brought back to his senses and grounded a little bit. Alternatively, his perspective is now, let's all go home, and then I'm going to leave again so that I can kill Abby. That's possible. But yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that the show handles, because it's not addressed in either, but in the show, I think it makes more sense for Tommy to be like, let's go home, because the reason he is in Seattle is to rescue Ellie and Dina. So that's the show gets a point for that, I think. Right. Now let's see what's about to happen.
It has to be.
I'm really not looking forward to going through Idaho again.
What you should be worried about is what Maria's gonna do to you when we get home.
We've been through worse. However, as I was passing through some ritzy section of town, I come across this necklace. It sparkles a lot. I think it's real gold.
You think it's real gold?
It's real gold.
Let's see it.
I know what gold looks like.
If it's legit, can we say it's from all of us?
Ha! You find your own damn bribes.
How you doing?
Fine.
Jesse doesn't know here that Ellie accidentally killed a pregnant person. All he knows is that Ellie killed a pregnant person. And again, this isn't addressed in the show either.
My friend's problems are my problems.
Like in the show, we get like it goes out of its way to show us that Jesse notices the corpse of a pregnant person on the floor, and then he just doesn't bring it up again.
It's better.
Shit.
Yep, here we go. This is the same.
Jesse.
And there goes Jesse.
Hands in the air. I shoot
Oh
this
no,
one
it's
too.
Abby Thunderguns.
Do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up now.
Don't you fucking dare.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Stop. Stop. Toss your weapon.
I let you live and you wasted it, is the line that we get in the game. In the show, sorry.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go.
You killed my friends. We let you both live.
And you wasted it.
That is pretty much exactly what happens in the show. The difference is that it ends on a gunshot, so the show is implying that Abby shot Ellie. I'm just going to pause that right there because I don't know if I want to see any of this. Yeah, the dialogue there was pretty much exactly the same. The only thing that I noticed that was different is that Game Abby is a lot more physical when she is telling Tommy to shut the fuck up. Like she kicks him and threatens him in a more intimate way with the gun. Obviously because she is built like the Incredible Hulk. That's not something that she does in the show. Yeah, apart from that, that's basically 1 for 1. So any criticisms of one will lean onto the other. Yeah, and then the very last thing that we see, and I don't really know what I think of this. The last thing that we see at the end of season 2 is we get we let you live and you wasted it. Bang. Oh, yeah, like you say in chat, no, and then bang. And then we cut to black. And like that's a cliffhanger. that is where you would think that is where that you would end the season. But they don't. They then have this little, like, extra, 30-second long shot of Abby back at the beginning of Seattle Day 1, I think it says, in what appeared to be like a football stadium that has been repurposed. I'm guessing we'll see more of it in Season 3 or in the latter half of the game. So the show is very much being like, also now we're going to have a look at what Abby thinks. You know, what happened to Abby, and we're rewinding, and Season 3 is going to be showing Abby's perspective, and it's making it very clear that it's not going to be a continuation of the scene that we just saw. I don't think that's a good move, because what they're doing there, the showrunners, is they're kind of tempting viewers for Season 3 by saying, now you get to find out what happened to Abby. And as a viewer of the show, I'm like, I don't fucking care what happened to Abby. I want to see what happened after, you know, she was pointing the gun at Ellie. So, you know, ending with the cliffhanger of the gun being pointed at Ellie, I think would have been a much stronger ending. But yeah, James says that you have to play through this section now to get to the end of the episode. Okay, in that case, I'm going to do it. So we're back as Abby Thunderguns, pre-Thunderguns, obviously.
Dad!
So how old is she here? Is this... Because I can't remember what she looked like. Oh, 4 years earlier, so she would be... That can't be right. She's 20 here. If the timelines line up the same in the show, then this means that she's 20.
Dad?
God, her arms are already quite big. Okay. Must be something in the water. And super chat from James Moore says, they should have ended the episode on the bang. Yeah, I totally agree. And then have day 3 pop up on screen, then count down to day 1 with the music going, cut to credits.
Dad, come on!
That would have been an option.
You can't keep doing this.
I just don't know if making it clear to people who haven't played the games, which is that's going to be a decent portion of people who watch the show. Like, of the 4 people that I was watching the show with, only one of them had played the game. And I don't think that making it making it essentially explicit that Season 3 is going to be flashback time with Abby, I don't think that that's a good move narratively, because it sets an expectation that no one fucking wants. By the way, when I said that Abby's arms were already quite big, I'm obviously not saying that she's, like, shredded at this point, but her arms are larger than I would expect someone this size to be.
Here we go. There.
Dad!
Okay, how am I getting over this fence?
Oh no, we gotta do the fucking fence section from earlier in the game. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can crawl through a hole.
Whoa. Jeez.
Well, there's no point in me picking anything up. Unless we're gonna have a thing with zombies. But I highly doubt that that's about to happen.
Can't get through here. Maybe I can get onto the roof.
Oh, maybe I can. Maybe we can move the dumpster. See, these are mechanics that we learned earlier in the game. Ooh, a coin.
Look at that.
I don't care.
1978. There.
Oh, no, no, you idiot. Don't, not in there.
Smooth, Abby.
So why is she's looking for her dad because... Oh god, I know what we're about to get. She's looking for her dad because I guess they were both out doing stuff and then he ran off. So she was in the woods. Oh, he looks nice. He looks like a nice man
You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
who would do nice things.
Where?
There. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
These woods are safe.
Dad.
Abs, she's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
An animal is giving birth?
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe. How'd you know I was here? Owen ratted me out, didn't he?
He did his job.
How'd you get him to talk?
I asked. Hey, look what I found.
Oh my god, money.
Oh, wow. 1978. Don't have that one in my collection.
You can keep it. If you promise not to pull anything like this again.
You got yourself a deal.
Why don't I believe you?
No reason I could think of. Come on, let's keep looking.
Dad.
Relax. You'll be back with Owen before you know it.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Just noticed you two have been hanging out a lot. More so than usual.
Oh, God.
Oh! Are they a couple?
no.
Are they slamming and banging?
I'm your dad. I see things. Like the way you both try really, really hard not to look at each other when you're around me. You get all serious. It's very cute.
I can't handle this.
And he makes you laugh.
That's because he's such
Okay.
an idiot.
I just like how he's extra nice to me now. He gets all nervous when he has to keep me in check.
So, you're taking advantage of him.
Me? Never. Abs, look.
Oh my god, tracking
tracks.
footprints.
Wait, this is just your sneaky way of giving me a tracking lesson, isn't it?
I would never. Is it working?
Well, I mean, I found you.
Yeah, but...
Sorry, I do just have to point this out that, like, from a... Whose fucking idea was it to write and tell the story of The Last of Us 2 in the way that they did? We've spent the whole game hunting Abby. We found her. She points a gun at Ellie. And then the game is like, actually, 3 days ago, we're playing as Abby. Oh, it's not even 3 days ago. It's 4 years ago. We're going to learn about the backstory of this horrific human being. And we're walking around a fucking zoo with her dad having happy family time. Why? Why do you think this would work? And the show is going to have exactly this same problem. The difference is that you have to wait 3 years. Like, okay, try to imagine this. Try to imagine that The Last of Us 2, the game, ended just now. With that big cliffhanger of, oh shit, Abby might shoot Ellie. Is this the end for tune in next week? Or, you know, not next week. Buy The Last of Us Part 3 in half a decade when they make it. And then The Last of Us 3 comes out and it's Abby, the game. It's The Last of Us Abby. Who's playing that fucking game? No one. Like, the only reason why people play it here is because it's part of the same game. So I'm fully expecting that there is going to be a massive, like, drop-off in Season 3.
You cheated.
You do what you need to do to get it done.
Wow. You actually listen.
You have your moments of wisdom.
Also, yeah, Super Chat from James says, listen, personally, I'd be a normal writer and go back and forth between Ellie and Abby. I agree, but that still would present problems in the show. Not pretend that I'm some amazing artist who thinks subverting tropes immediately makes it better. Cliches and tropes work. Yeah, you're correct. The issue is that there are multiple ways that they could have gone about adapting the story into the TV show, and the way that they did it, I think, is probably the worst, because they stuck to the chronology from the game, which means that it's going to have the same problems that the game has. And I don't think the show is going to be able to overcome those, as I've just explained. But, like, one option is to intercut between them in the same way that you do in, like, big ensemble things, like, for example, Game of Thrones. I don't know, I mean, Heat, for some reason that pops to mind, because there's two plots going on at the same time, and then it builds towards a confrontation between those two characters. That's an option. Another option is to focus the story harder on Ellie, and then you summarize the Abby stuff in one episode in the same way that you did the flashback stuff with Joel. Maybe you do the Abby stuff instead of the Joel stuff. That's another option. But yeah, just adapting it pretty much one for one as far as the chronology goes, I don't see how that's going to work.
Let's see if we can find anything else. See anything else?
No, I don't see anything else. I'm just... I have to find the footprint from the fucking animal. Oh my god, it's blood. What the... Has Leo DiCaprio been here? What the fuck is that? Is that a finger?
Dad, I found something.
I mean, presumably that's a placenta, right?
She already gave birth.
Ew.
And look, 2 sets of tracks.
Dad?
It's her. Let's go.
That doesn't sound good.
No, she's in pain. Abs. Come on.
I just got it, abs, because rippling abs got it. Ha 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 ha.
This area is clear.
You know they roam.
You brought your gun, right?
Of course.
Then I'm not worried. Oh, shit. Abs.
Oh, it's a zebra. Oh no!
We've got to cut her loose.
Poor zebra. Luckily this nice man was here to help.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I hope nothing bad happens to him.
It's okay. Damn it. It's really in there. Abs, come here.
Wait,
I'm gonna hold her.
Okay.
okay.
Calm down, calm down.
Oh, this man is really nice.
Doc, are you around here? Over here, Owen. What? Hey, get over here and help me hold her. We need you back up. Owen! Hold her. Come on.
Like, I can understand why, given the writer's objectives, why they did a scene like this, but placing it right here at this point in the game is like the most manipulative place to, you know, position it. Because it just communicates, like, as bluntly as a fucking brick to the face, that this is the part of the story where we tell you that this man was a nice man and that Abby was right. Or at the very least justified. Like,
What's going on?
Come on.
and another super chat from James says, true, but then again, if I was in control, I'd rewrite the whole damn story. As you can tell, there's a distinct lack of Abby in Ellie's section.
Doc.
I'm guessing there's a lack of Ellie in the Abby section as well.
The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm.
Oh, here we go, okay.
No signs of infection.
That can't be.
They're already running tests on her, but...
You need to get over there right now. You gotta scoop her fucking brain out of her skull. I just realized as well. The zebra thing is even funnier now, because not only did they position it, like, chronologically in this game to affect the player in the way that they want it to happen, but they've also said that, well, just before he was, you know, saving the world is what the writers think he was doing when he was going to kill Ellie. Just before he was doing that, he was off helping the zebras who needed help because of the barbed wire. Oh, god damn it. This man just can't take a break from being good, can he?
Come on.
So is that it for this? Do I let this play? Or is this going to kind of be our hook for whatever we're about to get to next? Because, yeah, how long have we... 4:30, 5:00, 6:00. Yeah, we've been going for just over 2 hours, so that's about how long I was expecting this to take. But I can push it for another half hour or so if I need to. I just don't want to start the next chapter. Keep playing. All right.
It's intertwined with the brain. There's no other option.
Oh, no.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying the host.
The host. She's a child, not some petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her?
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives. How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And what if this was Abby?
Look, everything that we've been fighting for, all the sacrifices...
I like that Marlene is pushing back on this.
All of that is justified with this one act.
So that's something that I don't know if the writers did this deliberately, is Abby's dad seems to be, he's saying without saying that he wants to remove the choice from Ellie because he figures that the answer would be no. So he seems to be arguing to do something that is obviously highly immoral for the greater good. And the writers are not contextualizing this as a good thing to do. He seems to be saying that he wants to do a bad thing for the best possible reason. I'm kind of surprised that they've done that, but maybe they don't know that they did that.
If this was your daughter, what would you do?
Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry, is Ellie currently unconscious at this point in time? Is that... Because I forget exactly how this goes in the first game. They don't know... The idea then is that they simply didn't know what they were dealing with until they scanned her brain after putting her unconscious. Right, okay. Well, then the obvious answer is to wake her up and... That would have saved so many lives. That would have meant that Joel wouldn't do what he needed to do. Oh my god. Yeah, presumably Joel has been, like, booted out and nearly... Did they threaten to kill him? I can't remember exactly, but Joel has been booted out at this point. They haven't yet decided that they're going to kill Ellie. But that's what they're doing right now. Abby, would you die to save the world? Tell me. I need to know.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm asking you for no particular reason. I do not have an innocent girl unconscious on the bed, like, ready to get her brain scooped out.
Do it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go tell Joel.
Why?
Okay, that's before Joel is gone.
Traveled across the country with her. He has a right to know. Good luck with your surgery.
Super chat from M8566 says, there aren't vaccines for fungal infections, vaccines for viruses. That kind of thing I'm willing to hand wave because the writers are, again, they're just kind of using shorthand because everyone knows what a vaccine is, so it lets them make the point that they want to make, I guess.
If it was me,
But yes, thank you for the super chat.
I'd want you to do the surgery.
Oh, Abby is such a good person. Thank you for telling me that. These two are such good people. Hold on a minute. Yeah, this does actually mean that part of the reason why Abby's dad dies is because Abby said, yeah, you should kill that child. Just destroy the child. Okay, now we're getting this. So this, we get this... This is a lot better in the show. So at the beginning of episode 2, when we have a bit of context for who Abby is, we get this scene. And this is in the episode that ends with her killing Joel. So getting this extra bit of, you know, backstory justification, emotional baggage, I guess, before Abby does something horrible, makes so much more sense than whatever they've decided to do here in the game by making you wait 12 hours to... Now, let's go over here. Nope. There is no way out. Right. Dizzle, I'm making a video on this. Well, no, I'm making a video on Season 2, and that I thought it would be good to play the game to get context. Right, okay.
Fucking building? Abby.
No!
Oh no!
Dad! Dad! No! No!
But he was nice, he can't die.
Joel, get up.
Okay, we're
Fucking
rewinding to
get up.
this.
Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No!
Pretty hell, pendejo.
I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa, what are you doing? Manny.
Cleaning up.
No. We're here for him. That's it.
It's too risky to leave them alive.
Too fucking bad.
He's right. We can't have loose ends.
We killed
Oh,
them.
shit.
We're no better than he was.
That's different. Mel wants to kill Ellie here. That is not the case in the show.
My face. Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to. Move. Back up.
Calm down.
Or what? Back the fuck up.
Calm down!
Now then. You gonna shoot me?
Stop. We're done.
All right. I mean, my opinion on Abby has not changed. I don't know if it should have. Because her dad... The thing is, you've got to kind of separate... You've got to kind of separate what we have been told and why we have been told it. So the writers manipulating us and making us want to think a certain way is like one thing, but you also have to, like... Her dad wanted to do something that is very much not a good thing. He was going to kill someone without their consent because he thought that it would save the world for some reason, and because the writers don't want to explain, they didn't want to have that conversation. They didn't want him to wake up Ellie and explain how the vaccine would work, what it would do, what the odds of success were, how you would distribute it. And I believe even in the game, I think it's the game, not the show, that they say there are no more Fireflies. Joel killed them all. So who were they going to distribute the... How on earth were they going to do that? And like, because Ellie hearing that conversation would probably be like, well, it sounds like this has a pretty low fucking chance of working, so no, I'm not going to die for that. And then problem solved. But the writers don't want that conversation to take place because the writers have already decided what the answer to that is, and it's largely nonsense. Is this where I should leave it? Because I can save the game right now, and then, well, we will jump into Abby in probably a couple of weeks when I've made some progress on or possibly finished the video for Season 2. But, yes, while we decide... Super chat from James Moore, thank you, says, audio log by Marlene in the first game says she got into a shouting match with the doctor. In the first game, there's an implication that the Fireflies are going to kill her before Ellie appeared. The Fireflies were going to kill Marlene before Ellie appeared, and they wanted to kill Joel before that log. This is making me really want to replay The Last of Us 1, because I may have heard that audio log, but it would have been so long ago that I just don't remember it. But yes, thank you for the super chat. And super chat from Heem. Random, I have to disagree with hand-waving the vaccine idea when the game claims to work off realism and then hand-waving complete medical inaccuracies that first graders understand is stupid. what I mean by that is that the mechanics of how exactly the drug would work and whether it is technically a vaccine or I don't even know what a vaccine equivalent that would treat like a cordyceps outbreak, what you would even call that. But when you say vaccine to fix zombies or to make you immune to zombies, everyone understands what that means. And so you don't need to go into the details of, well, okay, technically speaking, could you actually make a vaccine for something like cordyceps? Because to some degree, we are working in science fiction here. So them using the wrong scientific terminology and it being easier for the audience to understand what they mean, I think, you know, it's similar to the whole idea of, you know, silencers on guns in movies. They don't work the way that they work in movies, but everyone accepts that they do because it's a movie. That's kind of the way that I think about that. So I can't say that I have a particular problem with it. But yes, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, in that case, I'm going to save the game right here. That's autosave at 6:46. Seattle day one in the stadium. I mean, that's right here. We've already saved. So that took us 11.5 hours to get to the Abbey section of the game. What I am going to do then is I am going to end the stream because I need to sort out the footage from these streams and begin work on the Last of Us Season 2 video. And also I have a few bits that I want to amend from my bit where I discussed the scene with Owen and Mel, now that I've seen how it actually plays out. So, going forwards, I probably won't be doing another stream again until I finish the Last of Us Season 2 video. But I am going to get that finished really as soon as possible. I doubt that I will have many issues with copyright, because I'm going to be using a lot of footage from the game, which does not trigger copyright. But we will see. So that'll be out when it's out, ideally within the next couple of weeks. After that, I am going to finish streaming the game, probably within the next couple of months. I'll plan on finishing the game within the next couple of months, because I don't really want to wait 2 to 3 years and then come back to this game. I think I'd like to go through it. It will obviously mean that when I watch Season 3, I know what happens. But I'm willing to make that sacrifice, I think. Because, yeah, it will also mean, though, that when I play the Abbey portion, I will not have any idea of what's about to happen. So it will be a fully blind playthrough in that sense. So, last super chat from James Moore, and then I will end the stream. Says, and above all else, fuck Neil for basically stripping out any contribution that Bruce Straley and Amy Hennig had on the first game and in the show. I don't know those names, but I guess that's partly what you're referring to here. I'm guessing that they were pretty heavily involved in Game 1, and then they just had no involvement in Game 2? Would that be accurate? Because Neil Druckmann on the first game was... He was not the brains behind the game. He was like a creative developer or lead producer or something. You know, he will have had like major input in the game, but he wasn't the guy running the show. And Dizzle, yes, Season 2 was half of the game. Season 3 is going to be the Abbey portion of the game that I have not yet played. Bruce Straley was, yes. Amy was not. Okay, yeah, I'm not exactly sure who Amy is then in that case. But at the same time, yeah, Neil Druckmann does not sound like someone I would enjoy having a conversation with. Let's put it that way. Okay. Right. Thank you guys for watching. I will put an update in the Discord when I am closer to finishing the Last of Us Season 2 video. And I will see you when that video comes out. Right. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later.